Hello, this is Roslyn and welcome back to my channel. Today I want to discuss intermittent fasting. That is one thing that I have incorporated in my life and seen good results, and I do want to bring that to the channel and talk about it. And you would hear about it so many places these days, but I want you to understand what it is and how it might be able to help your situation, your health, how it might be able to help with your overall wellness. What is intermittent fasting or time restricted eating? That is just cutting down the window of the time you eat, compressing it, cutting it down to lesser than it is currently in your life. So if you spend 12 to 16 hours eating, then you should cut that down. And this is something that you can do on a slower basis to give your body time to get used to it. And I tell people it takes about 2 to 4 weeks for your body to actually get used to time restricted eating. In a nutshell, intermittent fasting is about when we eat, not too much about what we eat. Too much about what we eat is still a factor in our overall health management and maintenance. If you need to lose weight, then you want to eat things that are healthy instead of eating and snacking from when you wake up to when you go to sleep, which varies for everybody. For some people, they wake up at 6 a.m., start eating at 7, and go to sleep at 1 a.m., depending on what they're doing. And when we define eating, this is the biggest mistake I see people make when I talk to people about intermittent fasting. People regard eating as only when they sit down for a meal, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But in this space, when we talk about intermittent fasting and eating, we count everything, including the snacks that you eat while you're just watching TV, scrolling down the internet highway, YouTube, whatever it is we're doing. So the snacks that you sit and eat is also that is also the time that you're eating. So for you to be able to intermittently fast adequately, the way it benefits your body, the way you reap the benefits of it, you have to fast from something like maybe 6 p.m. and you go all the way to the next day. You get to 6 a.m., that's 12 hours. You want to push your fast past 14 and then get to 16 hours. That's when the magic happens. You wake up at 7 a.m. or 6 a.m., you don't eat anything, you can drink water, you can drink coffee, black coffee that is, no additives. You can drink tea, no additives, no sugar, no cream, no milk, none of that. Anything that will spike your blood sugar, literally anything that will give your body calorie, energy. When I explain the reason why that is what you want to do, it will make a whole lot more sense. Why intermittent fasting? The reason why we promote, or I promote intermittent fasting, is when you look at our lifestyles, a lot of changes in the way we eat, the way we walk, the way we do everything, the way we enjoy entertainment has changed. The only thing that hasn't changed is eating. We're still eating the way we used to eat, and now even adding more to that. Instead of going to a job, actually getting out of your house and going to a job, some of us are still sitting at home and doing the work. What comes with sitting? We don't burn calories. And guess what else comes with it? We're eating, we're snacking, And then we have a lot of things to entertain us these days. We have the internet, TV, games. It is literally in the palm of our hands, right? On our cell phone, on our laptop, on the iPad. We are constantly scrolling, typing. We don't even spend energy talking on the phone anymore. So mostly we sit and we enjoy ourselves, and nothing is wrong with that, except that also leads to doing all these same activities all the way up to 1 a.m. I've seen children that don't go to sleep till 5 a.m. When they're awake and doing this stuff, when we adults are awake and doing this other stuff, Most people are also snacking. So, intermittent fasting is a way of saying this is when we stop, putting a stop to when it is we cut off eating. So, we cut off eating and we let our body rest. We let our body go into a fasting state and stay there for at least 13 to 16 hours and even more if you can, if you're able to do it. What happens when we take a break from eating? When we take a break from eating, our body, the organs can rest, the pancreas, the liver. So they are not constantly churning, trying to metabolize, trying to, work on the food that we are bringing in. There is a rest time. The cells can clean themselves up. They're supposed to be able to do that when they get a break. And then what happens when the body needs energy and you don't eat food for about 13 hours, but the body needs energy for all this stuff that I just mentioned, right? Even the resting phase requires energy. The body burns the fat that we have stored. Our body is very smart, right? When we eat, the body takes what it needs and everything else gets stored in what we don't like to see on our body, which is fat. It stores it wherever it can. Sometimes in good places, sometimes in bad places. Sometimes as what we consider visceral fat that is stored around our tummy area. And that's an indication that we are not very healthy. And sometimes in other places, the buttocks, the hips, other places that are not so harmful. So that is the reason intermittent fasting is good. It gives the organs a break from all the daily stuff that it's doing. It gives our insulin level, most importantly, time to stay at a steady state where it is not spiking up and down. So, and what is wrong with all of that? A lot. We will get into it in another video. When the insulin level is going up and down because we're bringing food at all times. I don't want to say this is the time that it should be from this time to that time. It will be different for everybody depending on your job, depending on when you have to leave your house, depending on if you have the opportunity to eat at work or not, depending on what time you can take a break at work. But you can certainly find a way to work it into your schedule so that you have 16 hours of fasting and 8 hours of eating. So 8-hour window where you can eat. For me, that will look something like eating my breakfast at 10 a.m. because I am able to do that. And then eating my dinner at about 5 p.m. My body is used to it. And I did mention before, it does take getting used to because your brain is used to getting glucose at all times because that's how we've been eating. That's what we've been feeding it. So at some point in the beginning, when you say, I want to give my body a rest, I want to reap the benefits of intermittent fasting, I want to manage chronic diseases, then the brain is going to be like, what is happening? Why is there not glucose coming? Now, so then you're going to feel a little different. I want to mention that this is not a medical advice. I do want you talking to your doctors before you start intermittent fasting. Talk to your nurse practitioner, talk to your doctor, whoever you go to for your health care. Talk to them and see if it's right for you because it is not right for everybody. And I am going to make a different video talking about that. Who should and who should not be fasting. So we know what the benefits are. The benefits of intermittent fasting is it helps us control chronic diseases. It helps you lose weight if that's what you're looking for. It helps your cells to rest. It helps your body prevent diseases. And your body can have time to utilize the fat that's already stored in our bodies from the food that we've been eating. It comes down to understanding that our body has two sources of energy that it uses. Our body will use the energy from the food that we eat. That's the immediate energy that's available. It will always go for that first. And then when that is not available, when you're in a fasting state, that's what we call it, your body shifts to getting its energy source from the fat that's already stored in our body. It breaks it down and uses it. Your body can literally do this for for days if you let it. But that's not what I'm here to advocate about. I'm here talking about just a few hours. You let it use that fat, and then we can go back to bringing in calories and energy sources from the rest of the food that we're gonna eat. And you do that repeatedly, and over time you will see amazing results. That will be all today. I think I will make more videos about the benefits of intermittent fasting, who should and should not be fasting, the different forms of fasting hours that people, have. And that's small talk, big impact is what I call these talks. So thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe to my channel. I want to do more. I sit every day and I talk to people, maybe one or two people, about their health. I want to bring it to more people. I want to get more people making changes. I don't want to see people at the end when things are already so bad. I want to be able to help people prevent the issues that we currently see in healthcare. Watch my other videos. I have videos on good food to eat, and I will be making more, and you want to be notified when they come up. Bye. Take care of your health, and please be well.